This is day 226 of me trying to create the next Harry Potter book series. If you don't have any context about what my world is about, etc., I have a bit of like introductory text in the bio, in the description of it. And now for the documentation for today's sort of insight and just like thinking, I've realized, and I thought about it today, how important it is to have other things than writing itself. For example, in my case, I love working out, and whenever I'm a bit like I'm tired mentally, I've done my writing for the day, I just go outside, go to the gym, be a bit social, talk with people, be in the sauna, relax, meditate maybe a bit in the sauna, or just talk with people. And then coming home and eating and playing a bit piano is something I've started doing these past evenings. Probably a week ago now I started using something called Floki. But that doesn't mean that, like the way I look at it is I do the most important thing, which is writing in the morning when I have the most energy and are at the point in the day where I'm most capable of creating and being creative and writing scenes, etc. So I always write in the morning. That's sacred. That's something that will always happen, and that's when I sit down at my desk and try to solve creative problems, try to figure out. But then later in the day, etc., I very much believe in just relaxing and getting away from the writing and getting away from the work, or just letting it drift in the unconscious, and letting problems solve themselves basically back in your head. Because I've heard that something that happens when it's said that people sometimes get ideas in showers or when they're doing the most like trivial things. For example, like dishwashing, then they suddenly have an idea, and that's the subconscious that's worked out and worked on something, processed it, and then bringing the idea up to the surface, which is the conscious. I also think it's good to set a restraint for when I'm working on the writing, when I'm working on the book series, that if I only write in the morning and allow myself to write between this space of time in the day, in the morning, that means that when I actually wake up the next day and I'm supposed to write, I'm going to be much more eager to write, because I know this is the time of the day where I get to do that thing. I get to work on the book series, and for the rest of the day I'm not allowed to do any writing of scenes, etc. That's what I tell myself, at least, and that gives my brain, or like it lessens it increases the urgency of actually wanting to write, because the brain can't just, I'll do it later, it doesn't matter, I'll just slack off now while we're in the session and then I'll take it later. So yeah, to be honest, this became a bit of a rant. I actually can't even remember fully what I've actually been speaking about, but yeah, I hope it helped a bit. So that's another day into a very long journey. Take care.